Okay, this is for another course, part 115, sociology. Believe me, it's interesting, it's understandable. If you just pay attention all through the video, you understand a little bit of it, and maybe you can search online for more content if you wish for it. Part 115 is talking about sociology, of course, and like I said earlier, it's fundamental to we public administrators because it wants to help you resonate deeply everything that concerns human beings and how they interpret their societal problems, economic situations, family size, and so many stuff that is fundamental to them as what individuals in the society. So this course is typically trying to explain everything that is occurring to we individuals, not just as an administrator, no, but outside the school of thought. So he wants to draw comparative analysis, that is the distinctions, helps you to understand invariably and also prepares your mind to understand various economic problems, social institutions, characteristics, and features of an entity or what an enterprise as well. So, for a literal definition, sociology is also a brand of what? Sorry, it's also a strand of what of social science. Like every other social science courses, it wants to explain everything that is fundamental to you as an individual in the society. It's not just looking at one particular aspect of your social life now. Everything that is fundamental to you, be it your health, be it your mindset, your sexuality, your type of music, anything that you do as an individual, it is interested in it. So for a literal definition, it's not just defining the term to its aspect. No, it's defining the term based on the approaches it is trying to what to talk about. So that's injustice. So if you want to get a literal definition of sociology, you can maybe look online. Maybe there's a popular one by Auguste Comte. Maybe he's a French physicist. So he was saying that sociology is the study of mind, and so that is true knowledge and what and power. So you can get some of these definitions online if you seek for it. So there are four spheres of sociology. That is the centers or the epicenter of sociology. That is the things it focuses on most importantly. It's talking about social class, social structures, inequalities, and institutions. So for the social class is trying to explain that people exist at what different levels. There are people that are better advanced than others, and there are people that are way exposed to some opportunities than others. So that is it for social class. Then as for inequalities, it's trying to place an imbalance. Yes, it's trying to identify those imbalance that is affecting individuals at different level, either at their social class, that is there are people that have more opportunities than others, but there are things that they are unable to do as what those people that are existing in that social class. So for institutions, this is family size, of course. This is the type of family you come from. Maybe a polygamous family, maybe the type of religious institution that is in operation in that particular society. That is it. That is centers of social. That is what sociology is trying to explain to you as an individual. So how the relationship between sociology and other social science courses. As a brand, sorry, I keep saying brand, it's strand, not brand, sorry. So, as a strand of social science, um, there are relationship it shares with social science concepts or disciplines, maybe with psychology as well, yes, with economics, history, with law, philosophy, human geography, and so stuff like that. So for economics, different because of time, I'll talk about two. So you can look up the rest online if you have the time for it. So for economics, economics is simply trying to understand human behavior in relationship to the ends and scarce means resources which have their what alternative uses. It does not give importance to individuals, but just the segment of the society that is just it. It wants to dispose critically those aspects of human indulgence, human morale in limit the use of their what limited resources. But for sociology, it's not just interested in the human attitude, but also in those what economic situations. Yes, those economic situations, economic conditions, the problem that are identified by these economic situations, and how invariably they can what cope with this what situation. That is, they want to help you to understand everything that is fundamental to these economic situations and how to come about this economic situation. That is, it seeks to do more than what the economics is trying to understand do. But believe me, these two concepts are just more interested in what in measurement as well. Just like sociology and economics, both of them are also what going with what with measurement. So we have the relationship it has with, I think, political science. Yes. Okay, for political science, it just centers on for political science, it's just talking about the study of the polity. You know, polity means, yes, maybe a particular geographical area or something that is for politicians and so forth and so on, etc. So, but for sociology, it exists outside the study of the polity. That is one to study those concepts that are fundamental to individuals. Maybe the concept of what election, the concept of individualism, the concept of political party, political socialization or agent of political socialization. That is just, we want to study those instruments that sociology, that political scientists don't consider important to them. That is just it. We want to study the concept of family as well, because yes, family is also fundamental to sociology. So that is just it. So those are the two ones that I'll be talking about. Maybe you can look up the other ones on life if you have the time for it. So we also have development of societies. Believe me, guys, like I've said earlier, this is very, very educating and insightful at the same time. So development of societies, there was an argument between some sociologists and field marshals about what sociologists do and how the societies came about to be. So, but some sociologists have been able to distinguish between these societies invariably. So, they started with pre-modern societies and then moved to the modern societies. So, for the pre-modern societies, we have the hunting and gathering societies, we have the pastoral societies, and the non-industrial societies. That is just it. So I'll just throw a bit few points on those societies, then maybe you can look up the rest online if you have the chance for it. So for hunting and gathering societies, these societies is predominantly interested in hunting and gathering fruits, vegetables for consumptions, and they also keep animals for food. That is, they use animals for supplies and nothing more. Social imbalance and inequality is not predominant in this type of a society. That is just it. But people can be influential. People can attract influence themselves, but without keeping material positions. Whatever they have on this hunting and gathering societies, they share among themselves, because the people are consisting not fewer than 100 people in this society. So for pastoral society, it's much the reverse with this kind of society, because people may hunt and gather fruits and also keep and rear animals. That's just it for this pastoral society. That is, inequalities exist in this type of society. That is just for pastoral society. So we have the non-industrial societies. For non-industrial societies, I think it existed between 600 BC ago. That is it. So it's talking about the use of military rule. It's talking about the rule of emperors and kings before, that is, material positions now become predominantly effective. People now compete to own properties in this type of societies. So